in many places. Let's continue.
Not less. The cartels are wealthier and stronger than ever before. One of the arguments was, well, kids now are going to be able to not do harder drugs. That's not true. Kids are now getting into fentanyl and harder drugs earlier because whether or not we want to admit it, marijuana is a gateway drug. That is
a couple incorrect claims here. Let's take a look. First, let's take a look at cannabis use by adolescents. If this is the claim we're making, that legalization is somehow changing use. As you can see from the Monitoring the Future survey, which is a national survey of 8th, 10th, and 12th graders, use has remained relatively stable, if not experienced recent decreases. Now, Charlie mentioned fentanyl specifically, so let's take a look at fentanyl. Fentanyl in the past year by 8th, 10th, and 12th graders is incredibly rare. As you can see, we are talking about less than 1% of this age group. We're talking about a very micro amount of people in relative context. This is so small that it's really hard to determine blips either way at this point. In addition, Charlie mentions that it's a gateway drug. Let's talk about that aspect a bit more. So according to an article, Drug and Alcohol Review, is cannabis a gateway drug? Testing a hypothesis about the relationship between cannabis use and the use of other illicit drugs. This was first published May 2009. Authors note that the affiliation of cannabis using peers may also interact with other drug using peers, and it may be more so about connections, the people you know. Moreover, for adolescents, the person who might sell cannabis is also the person who might sell other types of drugs. And association is not causation. Cannabis tends to be cheaper than most other drugs and more accessible at that age. Let's continue.